Okay, so if you're gearing up for your Class 12 geography exams, you already know Chapter 6, Tertiary Economic Activities, is a big one. And let's be honest, it can feel kind of overwhelming with all its moving parts. You've got trade, transport, tourism, all these services, but what if there was a simple, clear roadmap to absolutely nail it? Well, in the next few minutes, we're going to break down exactly how to do that.
I mean, just take a look at this. Our world is this incredible, buzzing, interconnected system. You've got ships on the coast, planes in the sky, bustling city centers, power grids lighting everything up, and it's all linked by the services and movements that define tertiary activities. This is the stuff that makes our modern lives even possible.
And yeah, that complexity can be a little intimidating. With so much going on, where do you even focus your energy? How do you know what the examiners are really looking for? That's the million-dollar question, right? And believe it or not, the answer is surprisingly simple.
So here's our game plan. We'll start with this idea of a connected world. Then I'm going to show you your official roadmap. And spoiler, it's hiding in plain sight in your own textbook. After that, we'll zero in on the 4 core concepts you absolutely need to know. We'll see how all this geography stuff actually shows up in your life, and we'll finish with a thought on what comes next. Sound good? Let's dive in.
First up, your official roadmap. The key to acing this chapter isn't some secret guide you have to find online or some extra notes. It's all about unlocking the power of your official textbook.
That's right. Everything you need is right here, inside the official Standard 12 Geography textbook from the Maharashtra State Bureau. This book was literally designed to be your #1 source, and it has the exact framework for your exams built right into it.
So let's just peek at the table of contents for a second. You've already worked your way through population, settlements, the primary sector, the secondary sector, and boom, there it is, Chapter 6, Tertiary Economic Activities. But here's the thing, just reading the chapter from start to finish isn't the smartest way to study. Now here's the real secret. The textbook gives you a key right at the beginning of the chapter. It's not buried somewhere deep inside, it's right there in the list of competencies or learning objectives. Think of this as your study guide written by the very people who created the syllabus. They are literally telling you what they expect you to know for the exam.
So let's get to the heart of it. Let's look at the 4 core concepts for Chapter 6. These are the 4 specific competencies that the textbook says you absolutely must master.
Okay, core concept number 1. This sounds pretty basic, right? But it's the foundation for everything else. This is about more than just memorizing a one-line definition.
What this really means is you need to be able to explain, in your own words, what makes an activity tertiary. How is what a doctor does different from what a farmer or a factory worker does? The crucial idea here is that it's all about providing services, not making physical stuff. Just think about all the jobs around you: teachers, shopkeepers, mechanics. That's the tertiary sector in action.
All right, core concept number 2. Now this is where the geography part really comes to life. It's all about connecting the what with the where and the why.
Why are big financial services always concentrated in major cities? How does a physical feature like a beautiful sunny coastline or a huge mountain range create an entire tourism industry? This competency is asking you to think like a geographer, to really explain that link between the physical place and the service economy that grows there.
Okay, on to core concept number 3. Now we're digging into the internal machinery of the tertiary sector. See, these 3 things, trade, tourism, and transport, they aren't separate topics. They are deeply, deeply interconnected.
And this illustrates that point perfectly. You just can't have international trade without transport systems like shipping and airplanes. You can't have a tourism industry if people have no way to get to the destination. It's your job to explain how these 3 pillars hold each other up. They're like a powerful economic engine where one part can't run without the others. And finally, core concept number 4. This one is all about looking at how these activities are evolving. Because geography isn't just about how things are, it's about how they're changing.
So, how has the internet completely changed the way we shop and trade? What happens to a whole region when a brand new highway is built or an airport gets a major expansion? This competency is all about analyzing what's happening right now and looking towards the future of the service economy, especially with the impact of technology and new infrastructure.
Now, it's so easy to just see all of this as stuff you have to learn for an exam, but this chapter is about so much more than that. So let's talk for a second about why this all matters in your actual life.
The preface of your textbook actually says it perfectly. The whole point isn't just to learn a bunch of facts, it's to see how geography is shaping your everyday world.
Think about it. From the bus you take to college, to the app you use to order food, to the vacation your family is planning, you are constantly, and I mean constantly, interacting with the tertiary sector. Understanding this chapter is really about understanding the invisible economic systems that shape your life.
So, to wrap this all up, let's distill everything we've talked about, and I'll leave you with one final thought to chew on.
Here is your strategy, plain and simple. 1. Forget trying to memorize every single word in the chapter. Focus all your energy on those 4 key competencies we just went over. 2. As you read Chapter 6, use them like a checklist. Stop and ask yourself, wait, can I actually explain this concept? And 3. Connect everything back to real-world examples you see around you. That is how you go from just knowing the material to truly mastering it.
And that brings us to our final question. We talked about changing trends as a core concept. So really think about it. As technology keeps accelerating, we're talking AI, super-fast transport, everything. Which of these trends, whether it's in trade or tourism or transport, do you think is going to have the single biggest impact on our world in the next 10 years? It's a huge question, and answering it, well, that's what being a geographer is all about.